What's up, everybody? This is From the Depths Collectables coming at you with a new custom corner video. Now, in this custom corner video, I have a little bit of an idea using these two figures right here in front of me, and that is the Lois Lane Eradicator. Now, if you don't know that story, guys, I suggest you check out this story where Lois Lane loses Superman and she becomes the Eradicator. And it's really cool, it's really dope. And that's what I'm trying to do with these two figures right here. Alright, so first things first, we're going to get these figures out of the box and see what they look like by themselves and what we're going to have to do with all of them to get this figure looking right. Alright, here are the figures outside of the box. They're looking pretty good. I really do like this Donna Troy. I like the sculpting on it. It's really nice. But the head sculpt is what we're going to need for it. And this body would be perfect for the Eradicator Lois Lane. There is some changes that I'm going to have to do to it. Obviously painting the whole thing black. And then, you know, I'm going to do something with the logo here to make it look like it's bleeding. I'm going to take this cape off and replace it with a more worn, ripped up, tattered looking one. And that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. It's going to be one of those kind of simple, easy, put together, nice 1-2 punch of head sculpt on a new body with new paint, and we should be done. So let's go ahead and get into this. Alright, after breaking everything down, these are the pieces that I'm going to use for the figure. Now, I'm going to paint everything separate. That's the reason why I, broke everything down. That way I can get into the nooks and crannies and make sure that all the joints and everything are, completely painted. Then the head, I'm just going to leave the head as is. I might try my hand at making it look like she has like laser eyes where they're red and, like she's about to do a laser eye kind of attack. But other than that, I'm just going to leave it as is. Everything else, I'm going to start painting black, and then I'm going to start masking off parts that I'm going to paint gray, and then we're done. Connect it together. I'm going to I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with the cape, if I'm going to do a cloth cape or if I'm going to stick with this cape here and just, modify it. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. First up is doing all the painting. So let's get into the painting. Alright, after hitting everything with a base coat of black, I went ahead and taped off the parts that I don't want to paint gray, because Lois has this gray streak that goes all the way down the body like that. As you can see, all this part right here I'm going to paint gray except for the symbol itself. And after that, we're going to work on the symbol, painting it completely red and doing like bloody drips off of it, because the symbol on her costume is a bloody Superman symbol. So I'm going to try to emulate that kind of effect, and then I'm going to move on to the head sculpt. So now the body is complete. I did do a gray stripe right down the middle like it is in the comics. And now I'm going to move on to the S, which I'm going to paint a blood red. And then I'm going to do the bloody drips that drip off of the symbol. And then I'll move on to the head. Alright, I skipped ahead a little bit and did this off camera because I did not know how this was going to turn out. So it was a lot of trial and error. And this is the head sculpt. It looks actually pretty good after a couple of attempts. And this is what the Lois Lane Eradicator head looks like. You know, I went ahead and dry brushed the entire hair with a red. And it kind of gave me the perfect brownish red for her hair. And then I did a nice black over the eyes, and then I gave it a nice red dot. That's what it looks like in the comics. All the pictures that I could look at, that's what it looks like, so that's what I'm gonna go with. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the cape. I have two options for the cape, and I'm gonna look at them and see which one would be easier. All right, here are the two options that I have for capes. Now, this cape came from a Marvel Legends, the hood. I was thinking about using it for something else, but that plan kind of fell through, so I'm thinking about using it for this. The cape that Lois uses is a tattered Superman cape. So this is already kind of ripped up at the bottom and stuff. All I got to do is probably put some holes in it or something like that. And I'm going to cut it to size. As you already seen, I kind of marked out some spots for it to, cut. I'm not going to use the whole cape because she only has like part of the cape. So I want to keep it relatively short. So I'm thinking more of this way so I don't have to, do too much to it. But then I also have the cape that it came with. I did go ahead and marked out, where I want to do like the ripped part for it. But I do not know if I want to use this or this. So I'm thinking about it, and I might, flip a coin and see what we do with it. So whichever one comes out looking the best, I'll probably use. All right, I went ahead and did the cape off screen. All I did was just cut out a portion of the cape, rounded it off with some sandpaper, and just dirtied it up with some, black wash, just a quick, dirty rub of black all over it. So all we got to do is super glue this to the back here, do it in like, a good dynamic looking pose, and then we just add her arms back on and we are done. Alright guys, here is the end product, our Eradicator Lois Lane. Now this thing came out looking really awesome, guys. I have to admit, undertaking this, I thought it was going to be, more of a pain to try to get this looking exactly like I wanted to. But other than the head, it was pretty easy. I had a couple of hiccups on the head, but that came out looking awesome in the end. So I'm very happy about that. Be sure to follow me on my other socials. I do have a TikTok and an Instagram. So if you want to see better pictures of these figures, my customs, and other projects that I'm working on, be sure to follow me there. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We're working our way up to 500 subscribers. That's a huge milestone for me, and I'm going to do a huge giveaway. I might give away some custom figures that I've created myself, and maybe add some custom stuff to the giveaway alongside some other prizes. And I want to do it real big for the 500 subscriber giveaway, so be sure to subscribe if you want to get in on that. So with that being said, guys, from the Depths Collectables, out.